First up, the delayed 10:45 Northern train service from Lincoln Central to Leeds. 105012. And that's full and standing because of a shortage of train crew on an earlier service. Next out, off platform 1B, the 10:52 cross-country train service from Plymouth to Edinburgh. 221125. Retime because of engineering works in the Belper area for the next 16 days. And into platform 3B, the 10:51 Northern train service from Leeds. 15214, the Bentham line. The unit sat on platform 3A has no purpose because we've just re-platformed the 1105 Addict to platform 1A, so that'll be fresh off the depot. The 10:57 Northern train service to Scarborough, 17460. Shortly we've got a pair of 156s arriving in platform 5A. That is rare because they're not mine. Right, next, a change to scheduled programming and a really rare occurrence from Northern Trains. The 1105 Northern train service from Manchester Piccadilly. 156441 leading the train into the station. And old friend 156418. Next up, the 1107 Northern train service from Leeds to Nottingham, 195021. And through the hole, 185110, with the 1111 Transpennine Express service from Liverpool Lime Street to Cleethorpes. And 185107. Oh, here's 15205 running empty. The 1114 Northern train service to Manchester Piccadilly. 156418 leading the train. It's not the only strange thing today. So what's going to happen next? Next up into platform 2, the 1119 East Midlands Railway service to London St Pancras, which only has a 12-minute turnaround because of that 16-day blockade at Belper. 22016. So on his next journey, he's only calling at Chesterfield, East Midlands Parkway, Leicester and London St Pancras. Change at Chesterfield for a connecting bus service to Derby. Next up, the 1124 cross-country high-speed train service from Edinburgh to Plymouth. The 1130 East Midlands Railway service to London St Pancras. 22016. Again, that'll call Chesterfield, then round to East Midlands Parkway.
Chesterfield, Alfreton, Ilkeston and Nottingham, where the train divides. Please make sure you travel in the correct part of the train. Please travel in the front 2 coaches of the train for Grantham, Peterborough, Ely, Thetford and Norwich. There are 2 coaches of the train.
8889, leader Wolf 8799. The 1140 East Midlands Railway service from Liverpool Lime Street to Norwich and Nottingham. And it's 799 leading the train. But tell a lie, is Liverpool Lime Street? Yeah, Liverpool Lime Street, Norwich, Nottingham. Stay behind at Nottingham. So we've not given an X fastest for that Leeds. The next one's at 12:44. Is that going to end here then, as well? 158,795 having terminated from Leeds, which should have done the 11:38 Northern train service to Lincoln Central. And behind me is a terminated 195, which should have then done the 11:44 Leeds. He's also waiting to shunt over that way. 15005 having terminated in from Leeds. Aligned, it terminated in from Lincoln Central. It should have been 11:44 for Leeds off platform 4A. So now that's two diagrams completely missing, and that is going to store in platform 2C. For some reason unknown to man, but there we go. Next up, the 11:57 Northern train service to Scarborough, 174.54. Which, since coming in from ScotRail, has had its Train FX system completely reinstalled. It's a session of what the bleeding hell are we going to do with this little V789 leading in. With the 12:30, are you sure? 12:37 leads Lincoln Central. Oh, it is. So V789 is going to stay behind. Off of 790 will run through to Lincoln Central. Next, the 12:35 Northern train service to Huddersfield, 150.006. Beside the now delayed 12:37 Northern train service from Leeds to Lincoln Central of 790, behind the 12:44 Northern train service from Lincoln Central to Leeds. 15024 of 790. what made it a bit of a faff uncoupling those two is it was not listed in the platform announcement that it was dividing. The 1244 Northern train service from Lincoln Central to Leeds, 195024. One I always seem to catch on these diagrams one time or another. I'm run out on my train, but will it run? Because 1339's no not to. And whilst I was on lunch, it was musical platforms. That last Lincoln moved into 4B. Scarborough, the next Scarborough's moved to 5B. That Leeds was moved to 5B. It's not often we see the Leedses and the Lincolns here together because one's usually waiting at Nunnery to get in the platform. Right, just arrived as terminating into platform 5A to leave platform 5B. The 1248 Northern train service from Scarborough. 7459, which hasn't had the train FX update. There's only a couple that have. The 1257 Northern train service to Scarborough, 17459. Next up, the delayed 1252 cross-country service from Plymouth to Edinburgh, 22012 leading the train. The 22031. The 1302 Northern train service to Leeds, Water 8789. And up there with looks to be a Purple Line service to Sheffield Cathedral. But they're not that important. They're being taken over in a year or so's time by some other group.
The next train to arrive at platform 6A will be the 1306 Northern service to Nottingham.
Oh, we're gonna bring the 3-car units and base them purely on the Penistone line.
Right, you sure about that one, love? The 1300 hours Northern train service from Leeds, 150005. Because this one is on Dern diagrams today. The 1305 Northern train service at it, 15204. Okay then. On the far side into platform 6A, which we're barely going to see, the 1306 Northern...
Platform alteration. The 1335 Northern service to Huddersfield will now depart from platform 1B.
Northern train service from Leeds to Nottingham. I forgot where I got up to. 195012 that we brought in. Wait, that was a flat tone E2 Huddersfield, wasn't it? We'll update the system again. Was 2 Northern 156 not enough? There's a third on the back of this. To terminate into platform 7, delayed by a fault with the signalling system. The 1305 Northern train service from Manchester Piccadilly. Being led in by 150128.
This is due to a fault with the signalling system. Platform 7 of the 1314 Northern service to Manchester Piccadilly.
156464. Next up, the delayed 1306 Northern train service from Leeds to Nottingham. 195012.
The next train
Delayed by 9 minutes.
will be the 1311 Trackside Express service to Sheffield via
Terminating in platform 5, the 1312 East Midlands Railway service from London St Pancras to 2103. Which will then form the 1335 for Chesterfield, East Midlands, Parkway, Leicester and London St Pancras. Next up, the delayed 1311 Transpennine Express service from Liverpool Lime Street to Cleethorpes. It's running on the through then into the platform.
The next train to arrive at platform 1A will be the 1318 Northern service to Leeds. Meadowhall, Barnsley, Wakefield, Berkeley and Leeds.
5151.
Sorry, the 1320 Postcode service to Penzance is delayed by approximately 6 minutes.
It all went from bad to worst. The worst is yet to happen.
We are sorry that the 1314 Northern service to Manchester Piccadilly is delayed by approximately 6 minutes. This is due to a fault with the signalling system.
Right then, the delayed 1318 Northern train service from Nottingham to Leeds. Delayed by a late running train being in front of this one. No, coincidentally, is in the platform just before it. 155021. That's full and standing at all. So we're going to get that on 1A into it, I don't know. But there's no space on it. The 1335 Northern train service to Huddersfield, 150002.
Platform 4A of the 1343 Northern service to Leeds. Calling at Meadowhall, Barnsley, Wakefield, Kirkgate and Leeds.
We ain't going to see him because we're done now.